Be a good boy. Be a good boy. Hello. Hold on, let me get the settings on correctly. Oh, no, sorry. Hold on, that's not it. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh, no. Hold on. It's coming. Oh, excuse me. Oh, my gosh. My allergies. Ugh. Shit. My allergies are killing me today. Why? Okay. I'm gonna give it. I don't know why my allergies, my eyes, everything is just like killing me. Hello, two people. Hello. Uh, Let me put this down a little bit. Okay. I want to be comfortable, so I'm just trying to chill with you guys and be comfy. Maybe I need to put down a little bit more so you can see my baby boy too. My baby boy, Sosa. Hi, honey. Okay, thank you for the thumbs up, you guys. Now I'm hot. Oh my goodness gracious. So happy 4th of July, everybody. Happy. Hi. What's on your eye? Come here. Hey, you got something. Okay. Sosa wants to say hello. Say hi, bub. Hold on, where are we? Chat filter. All messages. Here we go. Say hello, babies. Hi. Say hi. Come here. Come here. Hey, I said come here right now. Oh, you gonna let me rub the tummies? You gonna let me rub the bellies? Huh? Rub the bellies? You're so cute. What's everyone been up to this weekend? Excuse me. What have you guys been up to? I'm just lounging on my big ass comfortable couch that I love so much. It's humongous. It's huge, and I can stretch out, and I can roll over, and I can like stretch out and roll over. Awesome. And Sosa's not supposed to be up here, but I have a little blanket for him to if he sneaks a treat up here or something. Hi guys, hello. I've done nothing for 4th of July by choice. I was supposed to go out to my daughter's today to spend with my grandkids and my son, but my ex-husband's there, and I'm going to be busy next weekend taking care of both of the dogs because they're going to Silverwood. And I just asked her, would you be too upset if I didn't come over there today? And she said, Mom, she said, don't get me wrong, I really would love to have you here, but I completely understand. So if you just want to stay home and relax, I understand. When you get to be my age, you guys, and you work full-time or more than full-time, and you've got a bunch of other responsibilities, you cherish every quiet moment you can possibly have. I do, anyways. Excuse me, I'm not seeing any comments, so I don't know if anyone's commenting. This is Sosa, for anybody that's not been here before. This is my grand doggy. Come here. And he's been very good. You know, he can sleep right through. You can sleep right through the fireworks, huh? You can sleep right through. Oh, what was that? Yeah, you heard that one. That was a big M80. So I may give him a couple CBDs because I do have some. And those are very expensive for dogs. I'll tell you that. It's ridiculous. Do I have my chats on, right? All messages. Yes. Okay. Just making sure. It must be people here that aren't typically here. Because my people comment. So it must be new people. And I got my necklace that has my mommy's ashes in it. I put her ashes in there. I just got this yesterday. And it says Mom. And it opens and yeah. So I have some ashes in there. I ordered another one as well, but it's bigger than I thought it was. I don't like this one as much. I did in the photo. The photo is nice, but it's just too big. It has a chain with it as well, but it's like an egg shape. And it's got like a butterfly and flowers around it, and it opens like that. And you put this little egg in there. You put the ashes in here. I can't figure out how to get it open. I should probably read the directions, and then you put the chain through here, which is just, I don't know. It's kind of big. It's bigger than this one. It looked cute in the photo on Amazon, but it's just kind of too big, I think. I would like it to be a little more dainty, a little bit smaller. But they have a heart one just like this, so it was between this one and the heart one. I think I'm going to go ahead and exchange this one for the heart one. They have some really cute ones on there. Can you hear that, you guys? Why is there no comments? Are you guys commenting? Can you guys hear that? What is this new thing right here? What? Thief puzzle playable. Choose a game to stream. We can choose games to stream with, you guys. I've never seen that. That's pretty cool. Let me see. I was going to do a biblical one earlier. I was doing a Bible puzzle earlier on my phone. And I was like, I should save these questions and ask them later. Let me see. Okay. What do we got? Hide and seek. Emoji puzzle. No. None of those look good. I do want to play a recording for you, though. Something's off. I see no comments, you guys. None. Why? Okay. Okay. Hi, Robert. Happy 4th of July, honey. Yeah, I fixed it somehow. Thank you, Kenneth. Donna, really? Hello from Italy. What a beautiful woman. I send you greetings from Iran. Thank you. It's like World War III. Lots of illegals. No, my chain has never been snatched. I'm eating peanut butter pretzels. I want you to listen to something. Will it let me? Hold on. Let me see something. I'm going to see if it'll let me, Okay, I sent it to myself. Let me see if it'll let me save it. You can't hear me? Can anyone else hear me? Robert, can you hear me? I want to see something really quick. Okay, you can? Good. Don't scare me. Oh, shoot. I keep forgetting I'm wearing my earpiece. I want you to hear this thing. I'm trying to think how I can share it with you guys. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it, you guys. Oh, come on. It's not Sunday today, is it? No, it's Saturday. Okay. Here it is. I want you guys to be able to hear this. Hold on. Come on. Hello? Hold on. Oh, I think, damn it. I think I took a screenshot of it instead of, that was dumb. Hold on. I might be able to find it. Is that not it? Yes, that is it. You guys be patient with me, okay? 1 second. I just sent it to myself again. Did you hear that at all? Okay, I didn't take a screenshot. It's not a photo. Why is it not playing, you guys? Let me see. Okay. I'll do this. I'm going to outsmart this mother effing thing. Hold on. Where is... Here. Okay, search. I had not heard of this before, you guys. I had not heard of it. Oh my god, now it wants my fucking password. You know, I'm so sick of technology. I kid you not. I am fucking so sick and tired of all this fucking technology, guys. Sorry for cussing, but it's just frustrating. You know, it's very frustrating. Okay, I'm gonna look this up. Hello, everyone. Hi. Welcome. Happy 4th of July. Finkel. Hold on. Where is it? What's it called? It would be 1985 to 1895 to 1991 is what it says. Hold on. It's scary. It's a video he did. Here it is. Ah! Okay. No, I don't want the image. I want what he says in it. Interview? Is that no? Here it is. Is this it? Is this one it? A bunch of them are gone.
Neither search the things that are above your strength.
No.
Verse 15.
This one's not.
Says he will dwell with you and comfort you. He will.
That's not it. A lot of them are removed. A lot of the videos are removed. That tells you something, you guys. Why are they all removed, huh? It's so hard to hear.
This is an interview with Dr. Louis Finkelstein, conducted by Evelyn Drews on April
Hey, Anitra.
1983.
How are you, honey?
Is Mother Hastings historian.
That's not it. This might be it. Hold on. It's hard to find these, you guys. It's like an actual conversation. Greeting. Hello, City of Peace. I have a long way to go, honey. Okay. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I got it. Oh, come on. Seriously? It's not. That is my login information. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, password. Let's see. I forgot my password. I always forget my password, you guys. Okay, how do I forgot password? Here we go. Choose how you want to sign in. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna get it. What's going on with your health? You quit vaping and you quit drinking. I did not quit. 450-396. I did not quit. I said I'm working on it, but I did not quit. Red Bull is very few, far and few between. But what? Now I have to go here. Hold on, real quick. Okay. I have to make a new password. I'll be right. I want you to hear this, okay? Let me make sure they're both matching. Okay. You guys talk amongst yourself. You'll stay signed in on these devices after changing your password. No. Okay, TikTok. Oh my gosh. Why is it asking me if I'm not making a new account? I already have an account. Okay, continue. Here it is. Why can't I pause it? Okay, let me get the speaker. I have a way for everything. I've got a way. I've got a way, you guys. Don't you worry about it. Okay. Let me see. Let me see if I can connect this here. Huh? Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? Do it, do it, do it, do it. Bluetooth on. Okay. It's gotta be this one. What's the name of this speaker? Is this one it? No, that's not it. Jeez. Okay, that's not the one I want. I want this. There we go. Okay. So sit down, honey. This is Grandma's time. Okay, this is Grandma's time. Okay, you guys, I'm ready. Sorry. Let's listen. Stop. Lay down. You lay down. Are you going to get sassy with me? Huh? Sosa going to get sassy? Okay. Here we go. Let's go back. Okay, this is not the same one. Okay. It just made a new... no. This is not the same one. I guess I have more than one TikTok account. I did not realize that. Okay, let's go back to what we're doing. Listen to this, you guys, okay? You gotta listen. No. It's not gonna play it? Seriously?
And, I know you know because I've heard it on your show before. I mean, we steal 100 to 300,000 children a year just here in this country. And we drain their blood and we mix it with the Passover bread. And then we throw the bodies into the slaughterhouses that we own. And we grind up all the bodies in the sausage and the hamburger. McDonald's is one of our favorite outlets. And the people, they eat it for breakfast. They eat their children for lunch. And, as Jews, we gotta do what we do. The most important thing to remember between you, Pastor Wickstrom, and me, Rabbi Avi Finkelstein of New York, that we both have two fathers, and so that's why we look at the world in two different ways.
Two fathers.
And we know that there's a massive collision that's going to take place between two forces, don't we?
Well, that's what your book says. Our book says that we're going to take over the world.
Well, I look at you...
You're doing a pretty good job right now.
Yes, you've done a pretty good job, but there's quite an awakening coming. And my father, who's not your father, my father Yahweh, who isn't your father, of course, your father is talked about by my father in John 8:44, stating that your father was Satan and that you're the descendant of Cain, who was the first murderer. And you know that's true because you teach it in your synagogue.
Well, that's true, but it's not for you Goyim to know. But right now it's too late. It's over for you white race. So that's why I'm speaking so honestly here, to bring it out into the open so that you can see it for what it is. You've been teaching the people real good, but they don't wake up, do they? You don't get a lot of followers, do they? Because you know why? They're scared of us Jews, because they don't want to be called anti-Semites, and they believe that we're the chosen people, and so that's why we can do whatever we want to do, and we can get away with it because the white men are cowards, and we go to the synagogue all the time and have some Manischewitz and dance the Hava Nagila.
You know, it's interesting. I've told people for years and years, it's not that you Jews are hiding anything. You're coming right out on television, in the newspapers, on the radio, and you're telling the people exactly what you're going to do before you do it, and they're like they're brain dead.
Well,
They didn't say they eat them. Robert, they didn't say they eat them. That's the thing. They do what they do and put them in certain foods for us to eat. That's what they're saying.
did a good job with the public school system. We got you to put all of your children in there. You notice that the Jew doesn't put his children in there. They go to the Hebrew Academy where we teach them the real things, and then they go to the synagogue and they learn the real important things.
This is an interview or
we send
a discussion
your
with
kids
him.
to the public school. We even have you tax yourself from your property so that you never own your property. And so if you don't make your property tax, we're going to take your property. You can bet on that. And we have you put your kid in a 12-year babysitting is about all it does, because you don't learn anything. And then by that time, the kids, they get to be teenagers, and then we give them the music. Not that we really want to call it music, because oy vey, that's not music. But they listen to that, and then they want to do what they want to do, and so we sell them drugs, and we make a lot of money off your children. Your children from cradle to grave, all we do is make money off of them. Your cattle, your goyim, the human cattle. Mazel tov.
You know, it's interesting. Yes, I know what you call us, but you know, you may call me Goyim, but I can call you devil, but you know I'm going to be calling you a good name because that's what you are.
Well, that's true.
Now, you see, Rabbi Finkelstein, in your synagogue out there in New York, do you have a lot of infighting with the other Jews, the Orthodox Jews and the other Jews? I mean, is there a lot of infighting for the money out there in New York? I've heard that there's a big inner war going on now with Jewry.
Happy 4th, Legacy.
Well, we fight a little bit and we argue a little bit. Of course, that's the two most important things we do is complain and get the guilt. And so what we do, we're not really fighting among ourselves because we're both going to make a lot of money. It's just who's going to make a little more on this deal and who's going to make a little more on that deal. The bottom line, though, is we have the Goyim. The Goyim does all the work. The Goyim makes all the stuff. He sells it to us for pennies. We're the wholesalers. We're the middlemen. We mark it way up and sell it to the other Goyim on the retail side. There's an old saying in Yiddish that the reason that God made Gentiles is because somebody has to pay retail. It's not going to be the Jew for sure. The Jew doesn't pay retail. It's the Goyim that pays retail. We buy wholesale.
Well, that's very interesting. I understand it. But I also know the bloodletting. I know that on your Passover, which isn't mine, that a lot of little children do disappear, and I do know that, and I know a lot of police departments and agencies have been informed, but you're very open. You're very open tonight. I'm very surprised that you're
Bye,
talking about
Carl.
the bloodletting
Lay down.
of the little children, that you put their blood in the matzo balls, and that you eat it on sacrifice on Passover.
Okay, he said they eat it on sacrifice on Passover. Hi, Grumpy. Sosa Sosa has something to say about this. He's not too happy. He's mad. He wants cheese. Honey, you can't have any more. No, you cannot have any cheese. Don't talk back to me, okay? No arguing. Grandma's very nice to you. What's that? You heard that? I think I need to give him some CBD, you guys. Want some CBD? You want a treat? You want a treat? Yeah, I think it's starting. I think it's starting to get him a little frazzled. So shall we give him some CBD? But then I don't want to give him that before we go on our WALK, because ooh, big stretch. Oh yeah, Ellen DeGeneres is evil, you guys. So is Oprah. You guys like my necklace from my mom's ashes? Ellen DeGeneres is very evil. Oprah, I mean, it's not red against blue, right against left. I mean, it is in a sense, but more than that, it's a huge spiritual warfare. It's evil against good, period. Sold their souls to the devil. Yes. Oh my gosh, I watched that movie. I had never seen it before, with Ben Affleck in it. What was it called? He was looking for his missing daughter, and it was a trippy movie because it was all about hypnosis, and starting when the kids are very little, training their brains to do things on command. I mean, and it just reminded me so much of what you hear about the MK Ultra and all that stuff. And they have ways of doing it. And the people that think it's all lies and BS, it's like, how do you think this stuff's happening then? How do you think, you don't think there's doubles everywhere of people, of these famous people? I should feed you, huh, Bubba? I should feed you, huh? You like my socks? They say, I am making, what's it say? It says, baking some shut the fuck up cakes. Shut the fuck up cakes. Trump is on TV. What's he talking about? The state is hiding it all in plain sight. That's right. Happy 4th of July, Jeremy. What's he saying on TV? You want some lamb? You want some lamb, baby? What's he talking about, hun? I know, I don't know. I want a snack, but I don't know what. You don't know what he's talking about, but he's on TV? Okay. I've got one of these blankets, the muslin blankets. They're so cozy, you guys. I have this one and like a coral one. MK Ultra was virtual reality. It was a program inside a real program, 300 people in a facility, not a worldwide dilemma. Interesting. Celebrating the 4th of July? I don't know, but we all know that a lot of those, famous musicians, I mean, even in their songs, if you listen to the lyrics of a lot of their songs, they're talking about wanting to escape this, cage and prison they're in, and they talk about it, really. Did you have a good 4th of July, everybody? I really don't. I mean, I care about what it represents, but I don't care for the fireworks. I just don't. I never have. Yeah, no problem. So, say hi. You want some lamb, Bubba's? You want me to make you some lamb? Want me to cook you some lamb? MK Ultra had nothing to do with the children. No, they're saying, yeah, mind control on the military. But then they were saying that a lot of these, as time got, how do you say, time went on, I guess you'd say, they started using it for, like, people in Hollywood. Like, they would program people earlier in life. Maybe they don't call it MK Ultra in that sense, but they are controlling a lot of the people in Hollywood from when they were younger. Went to the fireworks and it rained. Oh no. Oh, the fireworks. I know. Livecroft. I had to give my dog some Benadryl. Fireworks are too loud. You know, I don't mind the pretty ones, you know, but the big M80s, and why? Why is it necessary? Your fireworks are insane. Did you see? Did you hear? I'm sure nothing happened to him, but Paul Pelosi, you guys, rammed into a parked car and took off. Okay? There was a witness. And they went and tracked him down. And he says, I thought I hit something, but I wasn't sure what it was. Paul Pelosi, Nancy Pelosi's husband. And you know, they were, you know, she tips back the sauce quite a bit. So, you know, I don't know. Hit and run, yes. And do you think he got arrested? Probably not. I don't know. I haven't looked up the more recent information. Drunk again. Nancy's always drunk, just like Kamala Harris, allegedly. Okay. Jeremy, I'm trying to remember. I did get an email back from you, and then I emailed you back, so I don't know whose turn it is to email. Always, yeah, they're always getting off. Always. That's why I wish they would all just disappear into the abyss. What do you guys think about CERN shutting down temporarily? I don't know. I feel like things have been completely off, you guys. Like, the energy, everything is off. Don't you think? You guys want to hang out with me while I make Sosa some lamb? You want some lamb, Bubba's? You want Grandma to make you some lamb? These blankets are cozy. Because I don't like big, thick blankets. I mean, unless I'm freezing. But, you know, just to cuddle up with, you know, I don't like big, thick blankets. So these are perfect. Because they're cozy and they're warm, but they don't make you sweat to death. We went and threw the ball earlier, didn't we, baby? Did we go throw the ball together? Did Grandma throw the ball with Sosa? Huh? There's one area I usually take them to. They had it locked up, and normally they don't. Sosa had a little lamb. Sosa had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Sosa had a little lamb. He's like looking at me like, bitch, shut the F up. Disconnect from all, create your own energy. You're up for some lamb, Grumpy? I haven't read about it. We need Robert to tell us. It's sad he's 85. I don't feel one bit sorry for him. Can I ask a question that's been on my mind? Why do many Americans say that America is a Christian nation? Well, it was allegedly founded that way. Everybody was, but you know, where there's good, there's evil. So I mean, they're saying pretty much, I know, because there's all kinds of religions here, not just Christianity, you know. That's a good question, Anitra. You know what? Let's ask Google. I don't trust Google for anything, but you know what? Let's just give it a whirl and see what Google says about it, shall we? Let's see what happens. Hold on. Let's see what Google has to say. I'll give you a better explanation. How about that? Where's my microphone? Oh. Why do they say America is a Christian nation? Bella, make sure that you sign your grandchild up for the Trump money. Oh, yeah, I think my daughter did that. I think they already did that. So it says, the historical record shows that America is a Christian nation. So it says, on February 29th, 1892, the Supreme Court declared its ruling in Holy Trinity versus the United States. The historical record of America overwhelmingly demonstrated that the United States is a Christian nation. Despite this, lower court and state judges have, in recent years, ruled and argued against the historical role of Christianity in American life, claiming inaccurately that the Establishment Clause forbids Christianity from having any place in American life outside of private beliefs. Ironically, these judges did not begin issuing these anti-religious rulings until the late 20th century, suggesting that these rulings are not driven by law, but by culture, and that they are reflective of an activist judicial philosophy seeking to establish a new foundation for American law on a subjective, inconsistent basis. This approach ignores centuries of legal precedent that did establish an important role for Christianity, not only in terms of private exercise, but also in the public square. On examining the First Amendment, we can see that the Establishment Clause merely says that, quote, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, end quote. While the following Free Exercise Clause states that, quote, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances, end quote. Together, these clauses were intended to promote religious freedom by declaring that America can't legally enshrine a national religion, and also by preventing any legal limits on the ability of Americans to freely exercise their religion, not just privately, but publicly as well. And then it goes on and on and on. So you can kind of, the proclamation, Abraham Lincoln, the proclamation. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Communists hate Christianity for some reason. That's right, Gigi. Christians founded the country. But legally, the U.S. isn't a Christian nation. The Constitution separates government from religion to protect everyone's freedom. Yes, Anitra. Real American keep their mouths shut. The other are abnormal nobodies. Communists, let's see. Christians founded the country, but we allowed religious freedom, and now we have anti-Christian religions trying to take over to destroy us. That's right. Yeah, but that's the thing, you guys. If you guys don't mind, we can chat while I'm making Sosa some lamb. If you guys would like to, as always, and don't feel, like I said, don't feel any pressure or any, what's the word I'm looking for? Don't feel like you need to, but if you would like to send a tip, my Cash App is in the description of the video, and Super Chats are on if you would like to send a tip. That's not the word I'm looking for. Not obligated. That's not the word I'm looking for. What's the word I'm looking for, you guys? I don't know. Anyways, so yes, we were founded as a Christian nation, but They're trying to take that from us. They're absolutely trying to take that from us. You know, every other religion in the world are allowed to, even in schools, they're allowed to go off and pray for 5 hours. That's okay. They can. But God forbid, we want to pray out anywhere. I mean, look at it. People get arrested. Street preachers have gotten arrested for preaching the gospel in the streets. That's still freedom, right? They're not forcing anybody to have a conversation with them. I mean, look, oh my God, don't even get me started with Mamdani in New York. What's going on there? Mamdani, like, they go out in the parks, you guys, and they've got hundreds and hundreds of people. And doing the call to prayer, oh my gosh, from their mosques. I can't. Well, you know, here's the thing. When I think about it, I start getting really depressed, and I start thinking, how do we stop this? We don't. We can't. You know why? Because it's all part of the plan. All of this was supposed to transpire. All of this was supposed to happen. So, I mean, sure, I believe it's been prolonged. I do believe it's been prolonged. Okay, let's go this way. Gotta go this way. Because things could have happened, you know, I don't know, things maybe could have happened a long time ago. Hello from Kentucky, USA. Just checking out live streams tonight. Hello, thank you for stopping in and saying hello. No offense, but I can't go to any country and stay without filing documentation. Exactly, Lexi. Our own Constitution and Bill of Rights are being used to destroy us from within. That's what they're doing, Robert. Exactly. We are being destroyed from within. Hence, the last administration. And I know, say what you want about this administration, but they are not trying to destroy our country from within. There's not plans to let millions of illegals into our country. God, it's loud out there, you guys. So, I'm just saying. Just saying, you guys. Just saying. And that's what they say. If you listen to the videos from a long time ago, they're out there, and they talk about in what year, you know, how many years would it take for this to happen, for that to happen, how many people would need to come into our country to, you know, have a takeover, and we would lose our country. There's so many videos. People predicted this years ago, you know? Okay, I gotta turn this on. I need to wipe down the stove, guys. Sosa, your hair. Ugh, yuck. Okay, what am I missing? Let me see. But today I saw those white nationalists going around over there. It was quite concerning to me. Okay, Anitra, can I ask you something? Do you know the difference between a white nationalist and a white supremacist? Because people are putting those in the same box, and they're not the same thing. A white nationalist is somebody who's white, I guess, that loves and fights for their country. They're all country. They love their country. and they will fight for it, and they will do things to fight for it. A white supremacist is a completely different thing. Like, a white supremacist is somebody who only likes white people. So they've termed us as white nationalists all over the news. Like the last administration kept calling white nationalists, like the guys who went to what is it, Proud Boys and stuff. They're white nationalists. They're not white supremacists, because the funny thing is, white supremacists don't have groups of people that don't have white people in them. I mean, hello, wake up. Anyways, a white nationalist is just somebody who loves their country. But today, let's see. United States of America is hell. Who would vote Republican or Democrat from USA? Aaron, you know, I feel you there. It's getting bad. No offense. Okay, I saw that. Our own Constitution and Bill of Rights are being used to destroy us from within. Robert, I know, and I feel like, are we going to be gone, or are we going to see? Are we going to see the end? The Fabian Society are behind this. Soros, Rothschilds. Oh, yeah, the Rothschilds. All of them. The Soros. I mean, they've got so much friggin' money. They don't know what to do with it. People just aren't that fucking rich for no reason. Jeff Bezos. Like, all of them. And there's a lot of them, but in the big scheme of things, not so much, you know. Who is it? Thiel, Peter Thiel. I heard he took off, or is taken off to another country. So I want to give you some CBD, Bubbas, but not before we go on our WALK, because I don't want you to be too tired. I don't want to take him out tonight, I don't think. I mean, it would be pretty to see the fireworks, but I don't want him to freak out. But he's going to have to go potty. He's going to have to go potties. Maybe we'll just go across the street or something, you know. Maybe we'll just go over there. I don't know. Let's see. My ancestors came from Norway. Oh, they did? Hey, Kaylee. Gregory. Hello, Gregory Robinson. I think I do. You understand, Anitra? Okay. Hey, I'm white like you and you're white like me. Yeah. We are all people going to wake up. We are all spirits in a body. Do what's best for humanity and Mother Earth. Honor the earth and respect the Creator. Amen, City of Peace. We need to forgive the statue. We need to give the statue back to France. What is everyone talking about on this channel? Oh, we're just talking about, I wouldn't say politics, but just things that are going on in society, in the world right now. Just hard to understand American politics. It's getting out of hand. It is. It is. Absolutely. Hello, Scotsman. American politics is basically good versus evil. Texas Taurus, hello, and yes. That's why I'm telling people. Take the red and blue out of it. Everyone's fighting against each other. Red against blue. It's like that guy in Texas. What's his name? He's saying there's the guy, what do you say? God is a woman or is both or something, and there's all these different I don't understand this guy. He's cuckoo, but Texas, of all places, too. What's happening there? I don't know. It's scary. Tallarico, yes. He's a loony bin. He's a Looney Tune. Oh, European politics are worse right now? I need to live in a cabin in the woods. Yes, Grumpy, me too. You know, if I had saved a bunch of money, that's where I would want to be. if I could, if I had farmed, I don't know, man. If I had done things different and I would have learned to garden and, grow my own stuff and do all that, I wish I would have, because I would be in a completely different place. If I would have known that my husband was going to divorce me and I was going to have to find a new career and, struggle for a while, I would have done things differently. That's the thing that sucks about divorce and all of that. It's like you plan your life a certain way, you don't. I wouldn't have done things the way I did if I would have known that it wasn't, for better or worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health, till death do you part. If I would have known that he didn't mean that, or that wasn't what was going to happen, I would have done things completely differently. But, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I need to put some garlic or some ginger in here. I've been giving Sosa ginger. It's supposed to be good for him. Supposed to be good for my baby, huh? Sosa needs some ginger, huh? I hate ginger. It's disgusting. Everything. I cannot eat ginger. Ugh. I love sushi, but when they put the ginger with it, I'm like, ugh, no thanks. No, thank you. So I think I've got, I have one unit that's vacant right now. And I already have an applicant I'm working with, trying to get her approved. That would be very nice to get her approved so we don't lose much money on that unit. I mean, at the other property I manage, it's crazy because there's been a few units that, because maintenance didn't get it done or nobody qualified to move in, a couple of units had been vacant for like 4 months. And that goes back on me because I'm supposed to have those places rented, But, if maintenance isn't doing it, then I had to go up there on Thursday to my other property and sit down with my maintenance guy again, because my boss called me and she's like, why are there, what's maintenance doing? Like, I said, she's like, I don't see any work orders in the system. And she said, there's 67 that have not been closed out. And I've been so busy, I haven't checked for a while. So I did, I went and looked. Lo and behold, there was 67 work orders that had not been cleared out. So I had to go up there, take time out of my day, drive there, sit down with him, and again, show him, he's been here over a year, show him how to put in the work orders that he's working on and how to close out the work orders that he's already done. It's like, that's going to affect my bonus, unfortunately. Everything affects our bonuses. Vacancies, delinquencies, rent delinquencies, unit turns, work order status, all of it. It's going to affect my bonus. And that's messed up, damn it. He even had to call me the other day and ask me, walk me through again how to send you my time card, how to scan it in to the computer, save it, and send it in an email. I had to take my time again and do that. It's crazy. It's like he is completely computer illiterate. Not trying to be mean, but for the longest time, I had to put all of his freaking work orders in and do all the ordering and everything on top of my job. I have to pay all the invoices, like, I have to type up contracts. My job for 2 properties, and it's like, it's a lot of work. Not only that, the recertifications, everything. So I don't need someone there that cannot do his job, because it's really taking time away from my job, you know? I'm gonna put this in the bag. Sometimes I swear he acts stupid on purpose so I can sit there with him and, you know, not stupid, I shouldn't say that. I swear sometimes he acts clueless on purpose so he can get me on the phone or, you know, get me to sit there with him and so he can like smell my hair or something. I'm just kidding. But that's how I feel sometimes. Seriously. It's like, dude, nobody can be this clueless. It's not that difficult. Ay, ay, ay. What are you guys saying? Peace, unfortunate. Peace. He is on disability. Who, honey? Kaylee? I love Trump, but dude's a sellout chump. Even after assassination, President Trump stands strong and serves. Yeah, but Kayleen, I believe that we learn in our journey of life in good times, tough times. It's all about how we handle it mentally. President Trump doesn't need that job. He is very rich. He does. I agree with that, Paul, that Trump was born for this. He said it. Open borders was designed to add to the census and more congressional seats. Easy way to expand power by the left. Yes, Kaylee, may your son see success and have its now endeavors. Oh, you love Ginger? UK has been taken over by immigrants from many other countries. Same is happening in this country. I agree, Lexi. Yeah, he's not perfect. Oh, your son just moved back home, Kaylee? I agree, Paul, but a lot of people are thinking that he is I believe a lot of people believe Trump's compromised, and a lot of people believe that he's doing what Israel wants over what Americans want. And I don't know, this whole thing, you know, the only reason I feel awkward about that whole situation and do have concerns is because of Jared Kushner. I don't know. He's a Jew, and I don't know. I don't trust that guy. I said I love Trump, you little small-minded goon. Who are you talking to? Oh, his wife kicked him out. Oh, Kaylee, I'm sorry. Oh, gosh. Oh, to Paul. Okay. Okay, Lifecroft. How old is your son, sweetheart? Well, my son's living with me too, so. He said, tell it to his face that you love Trump. You know, I feel like Trump is, you know, my brother's saying that, you know, my brother is a very smart guy, okay? He's very much into science and, you know, gosh, the guy is really smart. He listens to certain stations that I've never heard of, but anyway, he said that they're saying that Trump, one place is saying that Trump is alive, but he's being hidden away. And another one's saying that Trump was a long time ago. And that it's just fake Trumps running around. Some people don't believe that some people don't believe that there are doubles in journalism. If you've been paying attention to things, we all know, okay? We all know. I'm so excited you guys can hear me because I have my headset in. I'm in the other room. There definitely are doubles. I mean, we saw that woman who had a meeting with George Bush years ago and showed him she came in with a mask, right? And looked like a completely different person. They have those masks. Think about Hollywood too. Like the people in Hollywood. If you look at us, we look at these people that make these masks. We've seen Joe Biden's mask come up. You know, I'm just sick of people saying, "Oh, that's conspiracy." No, it's not. It's absolutely the truth. There are people running around pretending to be somebody, and there's somebody else, and that's just it's a given. Think about it. If we have robots, you guys, come on. These are gonna act like masks or something, you know now? No. We've got robots, we've got AI, you know? Of course, masks. I hope if my son is, which I'm sure he is, drinking tonight, that I hope to God he does not go home because I do not want him hurting, you know, getting in an accident, hurting anybody else or himself. Or I don't want anybody, you know, crashing into him. There's gonna be a lot of drunks on the road tonight. And, yeah, I mean, it scares me to death. Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys something. Could you hear me? Could you hear me when I was talking to you in the other room? Kaylee, 110 is a fault. Hi, baby carrot. Devil eyes, hello. You had him at 20. Oh, he's 47. Did you guys hear me when I was talking to you in the other room? God, that's loud. Why is that so loud, Bubbas? That's really loud, huh? Okay. If you guys, please don't forget to hit the like. If you're not subscribed, you can subscribe. These are free ways to support the channel. Also, I do have memberships. That's not free, but it's a way to support the channel. Listen to that. Listen to that. I don't like it. I hope I don't get a call tonight saying, our building's on fire, our building's on fire. That would be bad. That would be bad. Right, Bubba's? Okay, let's just do it this way. I gotta let this stuff drain, baby. I gotta get all the grease out, okay? And then I'll feed you, okay, honey? You guys tell me. Well, it's 3 hours later in a lot of places where you guys are, isn't it? Jeez Louise. It's 3 hours later, huh? Where you guys are? Well, I know for sure where Robert is. Donna, we're on the same time, right? I'm gonna let this drain for a little bit. Jeez. The crazy thing too is people are gonna be out there tonight, you know, doing fireworks and stuff. And it's going to be people who absolutely hate our country too, right? It's like, you know, they're out there celebrating and doing all this, but they hate our country. Who thinks something bad is going to happen tonight? Some big thing. Do you think any big tragedy is going to happen tonight? I know, honey. I know, Bubba. Don't be scared, okay, Sos? It's okay. Sos is like, I'm chilling. What are you talking about? He's like, I've got this. You don't got to worry about me. Shit. You don't got to worry about me, Grandma. Nope, what, Robert? It's not crazy over there? Yes, the latest fireworks sound like murders. Almost. Oh, you don't think anything bad's going to happen, Robert? Baby Kara, I thought you were on the same time. You can smell the food from here. Good night, Kaylee. After party, say, what time is it now? 9:45. Take me some time to get all dolled up. 11 o'clock. How about that? Chat, why did America get to play the easiest teams in the World Cup? I don't know. Tell us. You know, if everyone votes right, we could have a Trump in the White House for the next 27 years. Let that sink in, liberal heads, and then watch them explode. Robert, that would be amazing. You know? Here's the thing, too. Everyone's bitching and complaining about... They've been bitching and complaining for years, right? But... for the most part, besides Trump, how many years has there been Democrats in the White House? And in my state, for sure, I think it was 44 years, something like that. Yeah, so they want, but it's always, they want to blame it on Trump. Everything's Trump's fault, even though they were bitching and complaining about taxes before he came into office, about, you know, just everything. High prices of housing, everything. It was Trump's fault. It's Trump's fault. But they were complaining about it before Trump even got into office. So what I say is, if that doesn't work for you, if it doesn't work, if it's not working, why won't our state try to get a Republican governor? Why? You know? No, they won't, because I believe our state has been so corrupt, you guys. They've been cheating and voting for so many years. Hi, Bubba's. Hi. I know you want some foods, but it's got to cool off, honey. Okay, we got to let it cool off a little bit, okay? We got to let it cool off a little bit, Bubba's. Okay? Okay, let's turn it around. Hold on. I got to get all the grease out of We gotta get the grease out, honey. Okay? I gotta push out the grease out of all this meat, okay? And then we got your yummies, okay? Yeah? Come here. Wanna bite? Wanna bite? Wanna bite? Okay, sit. Sit down. Sit down. You're such a good boy. Look at how cute he is. It's kind of warm, honey. Hold on. Okay. What's that? This is kind of warm. Hold on. Kind of warm. Good boy. You're such a gentle boy. Another one? You're so gentle. Okay, sit. It's kind of warm, honey. Sit. Can I kiss? Kiss. Thank you. Oh, it's kind of warm, okay? Good boy. You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Hold on. Okay, let me get the grease out. Then Grandma feed you, okay? Okay, let me get, you ready to eat? Want to eat? Ew, Sosa. You're drooling all over the floor, buddy. Come on. This place never stays clean, I'm telling you. I'm constantly wiping up the floor, wiping up the couch, wiping up everything. Because it's messy. From all your slobber puss, your hair or your slobber. Oh, it is warm in here. Let me turn on the fan, sweetheart. Let me turn on the fan, okay? Grandma, turn on the fan, okay? Let's cool you down a little bit. It's pretty warm. It's pretty warm in here. I know, baby. There we go. What's that? Okay. He likes this, too. Jeez, that's loud. He likes this little mister, too. Come here, honey. Come here. Ew. I just mopped the floor 2 days ago. Here you go. Let's get you all cooled down, okay? Okay, hold on. What am I doing? Okay, let's get your broth, okay? Organic for Sosa. I bought these paleo bars. I remember I bought them a long time ago, and I ended up throwing them away because I never ate them. But I'm really trying to eat healthier. These little paleo bars, they're good for you. And I don't see anything on the stuff I bought today that says bioengineered. Thank God. Nothing bioengineered that I've seen. This stupid lace. Hold on. Damn it. I gotta tie these laces again, Bubs. So you gotta be a little patient, babe, okay? You gotta be patient with Grandma. I don't move like I used to. It's really hot in here, I know. Woo! It's warm. It's pretty warm, huh, baby? We gotta read some of our book, you guys, too. You didn't eat any of the watermelon I gave you, baby. Why not? Shit, I need to buy some more of this. You didn't eat any of the watermelon that I tried to give you earlier. You know that? Why not, honey? Okay, now we gotta put it in this bowl to cool off for a few minutes. I know, you're gonna be mad, I'm sorry, but we gotta let it cool off, okay? I can't give it to you all hot, okay? Just let it cool off for a minute, okay? Okay, go over there. You're drooling everywhere. Gross. Stop. Out. Go lay down. Quit. They're drooling everywhere. I'll come and sit down in a minute, you guys, okay? You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll come and chill with you guys in a minute. Gotta just get him taken care of. I gotta get my baby taken care of. I really should have gone out and hung out with my grandkids and my daughter, but you know, I don't ever get time to myself. I mean, even with Sosa here, you know, it's not really time to myself because I still have him following me around from room to room. Don't get me wrong, I love him very much, but gee, that's so friggin' loud. I love him very much. I'm just, it'd be nice to have a day where I just had to do nothing, you know, absolutely nothing. Where I didn't have to walk him, take care of him. Mind you, I'm not the one who went and got him. My son is. So technically it's his job to be doing it. But I love him so much, so of course I want to. Is it cooled down? Is it cooled down enough? I think it may be. So, sir. Is it cooled down enough? Okay, he eats this in like 30 seconds, you guys. He eats it within like 30 seconds, I'm telling you. Don't you, buddy? You eat this food within like 30 seconds, huh? Hold on. Chill out for a minute. Hold on, Bubba's, chill out. There you go. There's your foods. There's your food, baby. Then you have a little for tomorrow to mix in with your food too. Yeah, a little bit for tomorrow, but this seems like there's not as much in this one because normally when I have leftovers, it fills up the container pretty far. Okay. I'm almost done. I can come hang out with you guys. Yeah? Yeah? I'll let the dishes soak and I'll do them later. I can always do that later after I'm off of here. Can you guys hear all those? Can you hear that? Jeez. I still have to cut up that. I think I bought 3 watermelons in the last week. 2 of them were personal size. This one was a big one. It was on sale. I'm really trying to watch my budget. Are you done? Did you finish that already? Huh? Did you finish that? Good job. Okay, we're not going anywhere right now. That's it for now, so it's no more, okay? Hey, not right now. That's it. After he eat, hey, stop, over there. No. After he eats, he like right away wants a treat. Like he wants dessert. Right away. I know, guys, it's hot. Do you want me to go turn on the air conditioner? Huh? Do you want me to go turn on the AC? You want me to go turn on the AC, Bubba's? Huh? I can turn on the AC, baby, if you're hot. I like my plug-ins because all you have to do is plug the USB into it. You don't have to have the charger. The charger thing. I'll go turn on the AC, okay? Oh, my foot's stuck. Hey. That was weird. My phone shut off. That was weird. My phone shut off. Why was that? That's weird, huh? That was strange. Or the AC on? Oh my gosh, he has to follow me everywhere. No, go. Lay down. Go lay down. Now. I'm telling you, I don't get a break ever. It's hot, you guys. It's pretty smoky there. Oh, yeah, I'm sure it is. You can hear it? Yeah, it's calming down because it's... Oh, no, I was going to say... We're in the same area? Not the same area, but the same time zone? Yeah, I looked at my phone and it was black, like it had shut off. I didn't say Air Force. There are thousands of soldiers from America over here getting to learn Arctic work. Oh, what do you guys think about... Never mind. I'm not going to talk about that. Okay, where did we leave off? Anitra, I don't think you've been in since we've been reading this book. Nobody's Girl by Virginia Roberts. Virginia Roberts Giuffre. Anthony Epstein, or Anthony Weiner, I was thinking. Jeffrey Epstein, one of his many victims. So we're reading her book. So I'm trying to think I'm trying to remember where we left off. Hi, Bubba's. You want me to read to you? Come here. Lay down, though. Sit. Come here. Lay down. Good boy. Okay. I'll read you a story, okay? Oh, I know. It's loud. I know, honey. I hear it. You want me to read to you? Okay. See, it says right here. Then, one night, my dad started showing us sexually explicit photographs on his phone. The people in the photos appeared to be adults, but the images were still disturbing. Seeing my father smirking and trying to get me to look, Robbie completely lost it. "Why are you showing naked pictures to my wife?" he demanded, and when my dad got huffy, Robbie went off. "I know you're a fucking pedophile, and you need to get out of my house." Were it not for me standing in the middle, they would have hit each other. Robbie was screaming, and my dad was screaming back, refusing to retreat. Finally, I took hold of my dad's arm and dragged him to the front door. "Robbie, please, calm down," I begged. "I will get rid of him." Somehow, I got Dad in the car and drove him to a lake, 10 minutes from our house, where I knew there were cabins for rent. I booked Dad into a cabin and told him to stay put. I probably should have slammed the door behind me as I left for home, but I didn't. Instead, I promised to visit him again before his flight back to the United States. I paid to change his itinerary, since he was leaving before he'd planned, and of course paid for the cabin too. I guess I still was trying to prove that I was a good daughter. Even then, I needed his approval. Only after Dad finally left did Robbie and I breathe easier. To commemorate Ellie's birth, Robbie had gotten a new tattoo on his ribs, an affirmation, he said, of the family we'd built. I'd watched him design it for months. At the top, just under his left armpit, were the words Twin Flame. Because we were a team, he said, two large figures, a man and a woman, embraced below yin and yang, he explained, and they were surrounded by fire. The flames signify the intensity of our love, Robbie told me, but also the hardships that test any relationship that is based on the truth. At the bottom of his ribcage, right above his waist, he'd added a beautiful script, "In love with you, Jenna G." Life went on. Every once in a while, I'd be reading the news or watching TV when I'd stumble across a name or a face that I recognized. Numerous other well-known men who Epstein and Maxwell had forced me to service sexually would pop up in my newsfeed. Almost as disorienting was when I'd see a photo in the newspaper of some other bold-faced name who hadn't abused me but whom I clearly remembered meeting. Bill Clinton would be in the news traveling to Haiti with George W. Bush, say, to coordinate recovery efforts after a terrible earthquake. And I'd flash on to the hard-to-believe fact that once in what I felt like a former life, I had actually met this man who'd served as a commander-in-chief. Carl, you were here the other day. Bye. Here, I'll help you. Bye. You don't have to be here. Is this the Pelosi diary? Look at Sosa likes to be read to. We're reading a story, huh, Bubba's? Are you listening? Listen very carefully, okay? Okay, come here. Scoot over a little bit. Come here. It's okay. Come closer. Over here. Okay. Unbeknownst to me, meanwhile, a journalist named Sharon Churcher had begun trying to determine the identity of Jane Doe 102, the pseudonym I'd used in my civil suit against Epstein. First, she reached out to a Florida attorney named Brad Edwards, who was representing several of Epstein's victims. Edwards had figured out my identity because my name appeared repeatedly on various pieces of evidence he'd collected. He also knew from his sources that I'd been lent out for sex with others. In his 2020 book, Relentless Pursuit, My Fight for the Victims of Jeffrey Epstein, Edwards wrote that he believed that because I traveled extensively with Epstein and had been trafficked broadly by him, I held the key to unlocking another level of Epstein's depravity. He wanted to speak with me, so he passed along the few leads he had to Churcher. If some dogged reporter was willing to take a chance traveling across the world to knock on her door, he wrote, I was happy to share what I knew. I know, it's okay, honey. It's okay. It's okay, babe. Hi, Mama. I love you. Churcher, who worked for the British tabloid newspaper, the Daily Mail, was nothing if not dogged. First, he tracked down Tony Figueroa, who was then living in Georgia. Tony told her my father's name and where he thought Dad resided in Florida. My father had temporarily returned to California at this point, but Churcher eventually found him. She called and left a phone message, which Dad then passed on to me. Discovering that a reporter wanted to hear my side after all this time was at once validating and terrifying. Robbie and I had been talking for months about what my role could be if I shed my anonymity and spoke out against Epstein and Maxwell. More and more, I thought I was ready. I had done so much healing, and I thought other victims of sexual abuse, those hurt by Epstein and Maxwell, of course, but also by others too, might benefit from hearing what I'd experienced and how I'd survived. Also, I was furious about how small of a price Epstein and his crew were paying for what they had done. And yet I hesitated. I'd worked so hard to build a life that wasn't tied to Epstein and Maxwell. I was still afraid of them and the other abusers they had enabled. Unsure whether I could go through with an interview, I sent Churcher an open-ended email. Hi Sharon, I wrote on February 4th, 2011. My father, Sky Roberts, informed me of your call, and I thought I'd send you my contact details so we can get in touch. Churcher called right away, and from the start, she has said my voice sounded shaky but determined. We were speaking off the record, and I warned her I might never switch from off to on. She said she understood. Even as she kept pressing me, she asked about how I'd been reunited into Epstein's world and probed for other details about my experience with Epstein and Maxwell. But it was clear she was particularly interested in which of their friends I'd been forced to have sex with. In my own lawsuit, I'd referred to Epstein's adult male peers, including royalty. Because Churcher worked for a British tabloid, anything royal was catnip to her. Who, she'd asked, was that a reference to? Prince Andrew, I said. Do you have anything to back this up? She asked. I'm not sure, I replied, but I think I still have a photo of him and me together. That was all Churcher needed to hear. She booked flights from her home in New York to Sydney. From there, she rented a car and drove 90 minutes to our front door. She said she didn't sleep during the entire 24-hour journey because she worried I wouldn't be able to find the photograph I had mentioned. But her jet lag evaporated when I greeted her at my front door with an envelope that I'd stashed in one of our bookcases. Inside were several snapshots from my time with Epstein and Maxwell. The photo of Prince Andrew with his arm around me was among them. Churcher had asked me over the phone to write down what I could remember of my time with Prince Andrew, and I gave her those handwritten pages. And I gave those handwritten pages to her when she arrived. Then she and I sat outside in the backyard and began talking. I was still on the fence about whether I would give her permission to use the material I was sharing, but I figured I'd tell her what I knew, and she could tell me what interested her most. While much of the chronology was disturbing to talk about, it felt good to lift the veil on so much that had been hidden. Churcher had brought about 40 photos of various men in Epstein's circle, and she asked me which ones had abused which ones had abused me. I have always been a visual person, by which I mean that my mind attaches to images more than it does to words. Being presented with these photos then felt surreal. Some of the men were utter strangers to me, but my abusers' faces I recognized instantly, as if I'd seen them yesterday, and I pointed out several. So you need to calm down. Churcher acted like a friend who cared about me. I felt as if I could trust her. On one of our days together, I remember we went to the Crown Plaza Hotel in Terrigal, where Churcher was staying, and met up with a photographer, Michael Thomas. He took about 30 frames of the Prince Andrew photo, front and back. He also took several portraits of me posing at a nearby park. Still, however, I wasn't sure I would give my permission for the Mail to publish either my story or my likeness. Robbie and I saw both the pros and the cons of letting the Mail run my story. It galled us how Epstein had gotten off nearly scot-free, but we both knew our lives would change forever if I revealed that I was Jane Doe 102. I told Churcher that I had already seen shady characters hanging around our house, and that I believed Epstein had sent them to intimidate me into staying silent. The stalkers had had the desired effect. I was scared. I didn't want to let Epstein win, but I couldn't decide what to do. Then I stumbled upon a photo of Epstein walking into New York Central Park with Prince Andrew. You guys have seen that. Do you remember that? With Prince Andrew and Epstein together? Another British tabloid, News of the World, had taken the photo after a days-long stakeout, and on February 20th, 2011, they published it for the first time under the headline, Prince Andy and Padeo, whatever. Soon the photo was being reprinted around the world, including in the former British colony where I lived, Australia. I was, of course, revolted to see two of my abusers together out for a stroll, but mostly I was amazed that a member of the royal family could be stupid enough to appear in public with Epstein. When Maxwell had first arranged for me to have sex with Prince Andrew in London in 2001, Epstein was still largely concealing his predilection for young girls behind closed doors or on his private island. But by 2011, everyone knew that Epstein, though he'd gotten off with a light sentence, was a convicted sex offender. Seeing this new photo of Prince Andrew at Epstein's side made Randy Andy seem even more arrogant to me. Oh my gosh, this is a long chapter, you guys. Wow. Hello, Daniel. Thank you for the 25 thumbs up. The Central Park photo had been taken during a 4-day visit Prince Andrew had paid Epstein at the end of 2010. The prince stayed at Epstein's Manhattan townhouse, where Epstein had even thrown the prince a party, which I also read a squib about. A powerful publicist named Peggy Siegel had helped wrangle the guest list, which included CBS News anchorman Katie Couric, the comedian Chelsea Handler, the talk show host Charlie Rose, the Good Morning America co-anchor George Stephanopoulos, the director Woody Allen, and Allen's wife, the daughter of his former partner Mia Farrow, Soon-Yi Previn. It seemed that being a sex offender had not eroded Epstein's social cachet one bit. The 1-2 punch of the photo in Central Park and the details of that A-list party knocked me off the fence I had been straddling. I told Churcher I'd go on the record. Her first article based on our interviews ran in the Mail on Sunday, February 27, 2011, under the headline, Prince Andrew and the 17-year-old girl his sex offender friend flew to Britain to meet him. That article made clear that I was Jane Doe 102 and accused Epstein of trafficking me to several unnamed men. A well-known businessman whose pregnant wife was asleep in the next room, a world-renowned scientist, a respected liberal politician, and a foreign head of state, but stopped short of explicitly including Prince Andrew in that list. I told Churcher all the details of my time with Prince Andrew, but the Mail's lawyers worried they'd be sued if she included them. Instead, Churcher repeated my lawsuit's claim of my having been trafficked to royalty, then described everything about my first meeting Andrew in London. Except the sex. I guess she figured the Mail's subscribers could read between the lines. Churcher also noted I'd met the prince a second time in Manhattan and a third time in the Caribbean. Alongside the article, the Daily Mail published the photo Epstein had taken of the prince and me. I accepted $160,000 for the use of that photo and agreed that I wouldn't talk to anyone else for 3 months. Later, after the Daily Mail syndicated the photo, I received about $4,000 more. Today, I understand what I didn't then, that taking money from a tabloid publication for an interview or for use of a photo discredits the story even if it's entirely accurate. The fact that I received the Daily Mail payment has been used against me repeatedly to undermine the truth of my story. I've been cast as a person who made things up for profit, when in fact I naively thought that being paid for telling your story was typical. I've never been paid for an interview again. Reading that first story Churcher wrote was hard for me. On the one hand, the tone of the piece sometimes made me sound as if I loved being in Maxwell and Epstein's rarefied world. I was quoted talking about the jewelry Epstein bought me. Diamonds were his favorite, and I was described as delighted, a word I'd never used, to be asked to travel with him. At one point, Churcher quoted me as having said I was a pedophile's dream, which is a spicy soundbite, I guess, but something I would never say. On the other hand, though, it felt good to be standing up for myself. I told the story of how Maxwell recruited me at Mar-a-Lago, and I'd made it clear that she was a key player in Epstein's sexual pyramid scheme. Calling out Epstein and Maxwell after so many years felt a little like flinging open windows to air out a musty, foul-smelling room. I hoped it might do something good. Speaking about the recent photograph of Epstein and the Prince in Central Park, I told Churcher, I am appalled. To me, it's saying we are above the law. Talking to Churcher was my first attempt to bring these people back down to earth for the rest of us. Down to earth with the rest of us. Oh, hello, Gabriel. This book is Nobody's Girl by Virginia Roberts Giuffre, one of Epstein's trafficking victims. Oh, Sosa likes it when I read to him. You like it, huh, baby? Okay, let's put it this way. How about that? Okay, we'll do it this way. Okay. Several days later, the Daily Mail published a second story based on my interviews with Churcher. Here, maybe I should sit on this side. You want me to sit over here? There, we'll sit over here. How about that? The headline, Teenage Girl Recruited by Pedophile J.E. reveals how she twice met Bill Clinton. Right away, the article noted that I had never been lent out to the former president, but I guess the Mail found it newsworthy simply that I'd witnessed Epstein and Clinton together. Jeffrey had told me that they were good friends, I'm quoted as saying. I asked how come, and he laughed and said he owes me some favors. The story also named other well-known acquaintances of Epstein's, including Senator George Mitchell, then President Obama's Middle East peace envoy, and Ehud Barak, then Israel's defense secretary. Barak's spokesman confirmed to Churcher that Barak did attend several small functions in Mr. Epstein's home in New York. The story also mentioned that I'd met Al and Tipper Gore while in Epstein's company, as well as Naomi Campbell and Donald Trump. The article was something of a grab bag of random facts, but it featured some of the portraits Churcher's photographer had taken of me, next to a stock photo of Clinton. After the two Daily Mail stories ran, on March 9, 2011, Maxwell issued a statement through her publicist denying the various allegations about her that have appeared recently in the media. The statement called the allegations abhorrent and entirely untrue. Epstein remains silent. The British tabloids are fiercely competitive with one another. So despite the fact that Churcher had omitted my married name from her reports, soon other reporters tracked me down. Paparazzi too. In fact, the media frenzy was so crazy that after Churcher's first story broke, Robbie and I had to get out of town, taking the kids to stay in a rented bungalow farther north. They still found me, eventually, but I told everyone, no thanks, I'd had my say for the time being. Churcher and I were still in touch though, and she urged me to consider writing a book about my life. The idea appealed to me, and somehow, while running around after our 5-year-old, our 4-year-old, and our 1-year-old, I managed to start writing a draft. Eventually, I completed a 139-page typewritten manuscript I titled The Billionaire's Playboy Club, in which I told some but not all of my story. I didn't reveal that my father had abused me, for example, and I fictionalized parts of the narrative because Churcher had told me if I did so, I couldn't be sued. That was entirely false. I now know. But this accounts for why some details in the manuscript, which was never published but which later became a part of the public court file, do not align with what actually happened. I wrote that my third encounter with Prince Andrew, for example, occurred at Zorro Ranch, not where it actually occurred, the Caribbean. I changed those details on purpose, thinking wrongly that I was protecting myself. Some critics have used my 2011 manuscript just as they used the fact that I accepted payment from the mail, to imply that I was telling my story or exaggerating and making things up to profit from my misery. Instead, my goal was and has always been to try to free myself of some of the memories that haunted me, while also focusing attention on the wrongdoing of my abusers. Just as the teenage me had when I was journaling at Growing Together, the adult me felt better when I grabbed hold of the memories that ricocheted inside my head and got them down on paper. Back in 2007, Palm Beach Police Chief Michael Reeder had taken his department's findings about Epstein to the FBI. As I've said, I soon heard from someone I thought might be posing as an agent, but I heard nothing more after I hung up on him. Now, 4 years later, the Daily Mail stories about me led the Bureau straight to my door. On March 17, 2011, the FBI interviewed me for the first time about Epstein at the U.S. Consulate in Sydney. What do you want, baby? What are you trying to get? What are you trying to get, honey? You want this? What do you want? Which one? What do you want? Huh? What are you trying to get? Sos, I don't know what you want. Take one of those. We're almost done, guys. I just can't stop through. We gotta get through a chapter. At the U.S. Consulate. Where are we? In Sydney. The meeting lasted several hours. I wanted to help the investigators, but it was a stressful experience. It was difficult for me to talk about all that I'd experienced in one sitting. I got through it, though, sometimes tearfully. Like Churcher, the FBI agent showed me photographs of men's faces and asked me if I recognized any of them or had been trafficked to any of them. Again, I identified several men who had abused me. Robbie insisted on being by my side during the interview, which was both a plus and a minus. And just so you guys know, if you haven't been here and this is your first time hearing this, Robbie is her husband. When she was writing this book, at the time she had children and a husband. As always, he made me feel safe. But when I described, Sosa, stop. Dude, he's killing me. But when I described, so you get all those and you're not even chewing on them. Look at it. You got all your toys? You're not even chewing on them. But when I described being passed around from man to man, my husband got almost as upset as I was. At one point, as the line of questioning got more and more detailed, Robbie completely lost it, lashing out at the federal agents. "You sick perverts," he yelled. "Do you really need to know every fucking thing that happened in each and every room?" I tried to calm him down. "Robbie, they have to ask all their questions," I said. But when I mentioned even tiny details Robbie hadn't yet heard, he was gutted. You may wonder why I'd kept things from him, but the truth was that at a certain point in our marriage, he'd said he didn't want to hear more about the time with Epstein. Now, though, he felt blindsided. "Why didn't you tell me those things before?" he asked when we got home from the consulate. "Because I don't want you to know every awful fact," I told him, stroking his head. When you close your eyes and you go to sleep, or when you look at me across the kitchen table, or when we're making love, I don't want you to see some of the things I see. Robbie was fuming. I don't need you to protect me, he said. I need you to be straight with me. But I was adamant. Robbie, at the end of the day, I'm your wife, and I'd like to remain your wife. By which I meant, if you let me leave out some of the things, we will both be happier. The day after the interview, 2 FBI agents came to our house, where I handed over 20 photographs taken during my time with Epstein and Maxwell. The photo with Prince Andrew was among them. I also gave them the massage certificates I had received in Thailand from ITM. The FBI would later send me a compact disc with digital copies of all these items, but I would never get any of the originals back. And that is the end of chapter 23. So our next chapter is 24. He's getting the zoomies. Yeah, Nobody's Girl is the name of the book. Good book. We're getting close, you guys. We only have a few chapters left. So we still have 24 to go. How long is chapter 24? 25? 26? 27? 28? 29? I guess I could have just looked in the front. 30? I think there's 32, right? 32 chapters? 31? 32? No, maybe 33? 34? 35? 36? 37. She talks about Maxwell on trial. 38. 38 chapters, you guys. And we're on 24. So we got 14 more. Yep. We're getting there. Oh, did you send me a Cash App? Hold on. Aw. Thank you. Now I'm going to have to remember. Would you like me to get him something specific, honey? Thank you so much for the tip. Yes, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you so much, baby carrot. Bastard knows he's on camera. He does. He knows. He doesn't like it. Would you like me to get him something specific, baby carrot? Oh my gosh, you guys, my grandson is so fucking cute. I am not kidding you. He's walking now. He's a total towhead. He's got the biggest blue eyes ever. Thank you, honey. Hey, TWC. Thank you so much, sweetie. I still haven't gotten my truck back. What? 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 What do you want that's over there? There's nothing over there, honey. What do you want? You want a bone? You want a bone? You want one of your marrow bones? Look at the flap, you guys. You want one of your marrow bones? I guess he doesn't want this stuff anymore. You don't want this stuff? I'm going to put it back. You know Grandma's OCD. Sorry. Where's the other one? Will you guys just go to sleep with me? We can go lay down. I have to take off my makeup. Ugh. I can't take him out. I'm not taking him out. Not in this shit. You want a bone? You want a bone? I need to give you some CBD. You're going crazy. Ugh, I don't feel good. I'm tired and I don't feel good. I'm really tired. Tomorrow, because I know tomorrow is my last day of, before I have to go back to work. I don't want to go back to work. I don't think I want to sleep in this either. Because I do not like sleeping in jewelry. I don't. We gotta go lay down, honey. We're not going anywhere in this. I don't want it like a firecracker to hit us when we're out, strolling around. It says, my eyes, always in my heart. That's what it says. And then you open it, and it's got her ashes in there. So yeah, I'm gonna get a couple. Let's go relax. Let's go take a nap. What time is it? Like 11 or something? Is it 11 already? Let me see. I've been on 2 hours. Oh, it's 10:34. I've been on here 2 hours already. I know. I noticed that. I've been on here 2 freaking hours. Wow. Well, I can let you guys go. I think I'm gonna go anyways. I don't have anything to talk about. I just want to sleep or rest, Wash my face, brush my teeth, and chill. Floss. Oh, this is a big bone, so this one's big. Look at this big ass bone. Look at this big ass bone. Look at this is a big one. See this one? This one's huge. Look at that. All right. I think we're gonna go night. We're gonna go lay down, go to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll come on tomorrow and say hi. I really would like us to just get this book finished, but maybe we could start another one or something. I don't know. It was nice chatting with you all tonight. Are you not going to eat that, Bubba's? Whenever my son comes home and asks, goes to pet him or whatever, he grabs his bone and starts growling. It's only when my son comes home. It's funny. He's a little turd. I love you guys. Happy 4th. Thanks for hanging out with me and keeping me company. This is my social life. Unfortunately, I have no time for any other social life. Yes. Good night. Sleep good, you guys. Thank you for the tip on my Cash App, Baby Carrot. I appreciate that very much. Good night, Robert. Good night, Lexi. Good night, Baby Carrot. Good night, Donna. Good night, Anitra. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody who's new. Those who I have never seen before. Good night, Gigi. Love you guys. Sweet dreams. Sleep with the angels. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.